Purosangue, translated directly from Italian as Pureblood, is an all-new model for the Ferrari lineup as well as the Italian Supercar Maker's first SUV. With this car, Ferrari attempts at a more practical, high-riding vehicle, delivering its first-ever car with 4 doors and 4 seats. On the outside, the car looks absolutely stunning. It's 5 meters long, 2 meters wide and 1.6 meters high, making it slightly smaller than one of its direct rivals, the Lamborghini Urus. It doesn't necessarily look it, thanks to the 22-inch front wheels and the 23 inches at the rear. The front of the Purosangue is designed heavily for aerodynamics. It's absolutely covered in vents, ducts and slats. Even the wheel arches are in place more for aero rather than ruggedness like in the typical SUVs. As the only current Ferrari to offer room for 4 riders, the Purosangue is outfitted with a set of suicide electrically operated rear doors. They are operated by a little tab on the outside and a button on the inside rather than the typical door handles, and this preserves the 2-door appearance of a Ferrari. And now let's talk about performance. Ferrari's first SUV is not a dud thanks to a monster naturally aspirated 6.5-litre V12 engine lurking under its hood. The screaming 715 HP engine makes 716 Newton meters of torque. The 7-speed dual-clutch transmission makes the gear changes lightning quick. It powers the Purosangue to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds and a top speed of 194 miles an hour, pushing it to the top of the class. It's certainly an SUV that feels more like a sports car. When it comes to handling, an adaptive suspension system is standard and uses an electric motor at each corner of the SUV to apply force to the dampers during cornering maneuvers to control body roll. As such, the Purosangue has no need for traditional anti-roll bars, and it can also hunker down during hard driving by reducing its ride height by 0.4 inches. The interior is more sporty than luxurious with 4 individual seats. To say that the cockpit is driver-oriented is an understatement, as most of the car's controls are operated through the steering wheel. You will probably forget some of them. A big surprise is that there is no center-mounted infotainment touchscreen. The front passenger gets their own screen to play with. The user interface for the driver isn't so great for being a daily use car. In a car as fast as this, you don't necessarily want to be looking down all the time to check you are in the correct setting and place. Other than that, there is enough space in the 2 rear seats and getting in and out is easy enough. And when you open the hatchback, there is a big enough boot. Unclip the luggage cover and rear bulkhead and they both stow in the boot floor, and from there you can drop the rear seats. It's not a flat area, but certainly enough to carry a significant amount of stuff. A review on a family car ain't complete if we don't discuss fuel economy. With only 5.1 kilometers per liter city and 6.8 kilometers per liter highway, the V12 powered Purosangue is one of Ferrari's least fuel efficient offerings. The Urus has similar ratings though. With a base price of $402,000, it's more expensive than even the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. It certainly beats the competition there. However, that's the price you pay for exclusivity. The Urus is based on an Audi, for example, while this is an original design not based on lesser cars donated from a parent company. So in conclusion, the Purosangue offers something that Ferrari buyers have thus far been unable to access: a 4-door, 4-seater family car. But is it worth the money? Well, that's up for debate. It may not be as practical as a Lamborghini Urus or crazy luxurious as a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, but the Ferrari Purosangue is in a league of its own when it comes to driving pleasure and exclusivity.